I'm pretty sure that you know me. I'm a lazy professional, which means that I like clean guns, but I don't like gun cleaning. But if you're shooting black powder, you have to clean your gun, otherwise you can easily destroy it. Which means that even if I don't like cleaning guns, I still have to do it. Now, I do it properly, so whenever I shot a gun and I will put it away for a few weeks, I clean it properly. I disassemble the gun, clean the barrel, dry the barrel, oil everything. But if I'm shooting a rifle or any kind of black powder gun, let's say twice a week, I don't do a complete cleaning, but I still want to preserve its accuracy and I still want to do a maintenance that will prevent rust. And this is how I'm doing it. My magical tool in this whole request is a steam cleaner. This is a very cheap thing, and it will not just clean the residue of the black powder from your bore, but it will also heat up the barrel, which means that it will help us in drying the barrel and preventing rust. We always started checking if the gun is unloaded or not. This one is safe, this is unloaded. I remove the lock from the stock and I put the rifle in a bed, in the stand, with the touch hole facing downwards. Put a little dish under it because you will have some black water coming out, and if you don't want stains on your beautiful stand, then you will need that. When you're not making a full cleanup, you don't need too many things. You need a rag, you need screwdrivers, you need good quality gun oil, you need cleaning patches cut from kitchen towel, and you need ramrod or cleaning rod with a tight fitting jag. My steam cleaner is modified a bit, of course. This is an 8mm brass tube. It's a 1 meter brass tube. It will get hot, so hold it with a rag. One end is closed, and there are some holes drilled on it. There are 1mm holes, and they will spray the steam in a, let's say, 120 degrees angle. Now, you don't have to do anything else, just put this stuff into the barrel and let the steam go. And the steam will clean all the residue from your bore. It's very, very clever because you can also clean the very, very end of the breech. If your rifle has a chamber, it will also clean the chamber. Still a bit dirty, but it will be ready in just a few seconds. 1 minute is more than enough for this kind of cleaning. And when the water is coming out kind of clean, you can be sure that you're done. It's okay. Now it is time for some dry patches. Be careful because now your barrel is very hot. So if you want to touch your rifle, then do it with the rag. And we start removing the excess water, which will be quite easy because your bore should be dry. And this is the first patch. You can see that it is already quite clean. Let's give it some more patches. You keep repeating this until you feel that the patch comes out completely dry and probably clean, but we will see that. Second patch. And look at that, that's the third one. It's nearly clear and it is nearly completely dry. So that means altogether 3 patches were enough to completely dry and to clean the bore. This is the other side of the same patch. It is, check that. It's ready for oiling. Now this barrel is already clean. Right now there are about, let's say, 20 shots in the rifle, which means that it was quite dirty. I was using it with the original service charge, with of course with patched round ball, which was 95 grains of 2F Swiss powder and the patched round ball. You don't need too much oil on the patch because you don't want to soak the breech. You just need to cover the entire surface of the grooves and the lens. Now look at that. It's completely clear. So when you're done with the bore, it is time to oil the surface of the barrel. I use actually the same patch that I use for cleaning the inside of the bore, and I just wipe the outer surface also everywhere to prevent rust. I like this Brunox oil because it is creating a thin but long-lasting layer of oil on the surfaces, which will prevent rust. Now, clean the area of the touch hole as well. I usually start with wiping the powder residue with a damp cloth, actually that I used for cleaning the bore. Then we go for a dry one, and then we can use that oiled patch to cover the entire surface with a light coat of oil. When I'm doing this 5-minute cleaning session, I don't always remove the touch hole insert. The threads are covered with PTFE tape, which means that it will be easy to remove anytime. And if I want to remove it, it is much better to remove it after this heat treatment. So if you use a steam cleaner, try to remove it after you have done the cleaning of the bore. So I don't feel it necessary to remove it every time. Of course, when the touch hole is enlarged, you will have to replace it because it will not last forever. So after you're done, just cover every metal part with a light coat of oil, and then you're done with the gun. You can go on with the lock. So when I do this quick cleaning, I never disassemble the entire lock, but I will just wipe all the surfaces where I see some black powder residue. Also the bottom of the hammer and the stone. Stone is out. No problem. We'll put that back later. We clean the pen, the surface of the frizzen, back of the frizzen, and all the areas where you can see some residue. So the lock is cleaned, it is dried with a rag, and we just wipe all the metal surfaces with a patch saturated with gun oil to prevent rust. This is especially important if your lock has a polished surface. It will get a patina very fast if you don't clean it and you don't oil it. Usually I say that never put oil on the surface of the frizzen where the flint in the jaws meets it, but to be honest, a good lock will spark with oil on the frizzen as well. So that's it. Before reassembly, put a few drops of oil on the tumbler to prevent rust. Also, you can check whether you have some powder residue on the inside of the lock plate. Wipe that off, don't let it there. When it's done, make sure that your lock works properly. Also check whether the screws that are holding the bridle are in place. If they get loose, then your seal will wobble and it will wear your full cock, which means it will destroy your tumbler. So be careful with that. But I think now it is ready for reassembly. When you're done, check if your lock is working properly, which means that you have the safety, you have your half cock, and you have your full cock also. Ha! And there you go, your rifle is ready for the next shooting session. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for being with me. Until next time, stay cool and keep your powder dry.